Hi grades 4, this is Miss David. In today's lesson, we will be working on lesson 56, and in today's lesson, we are going to look at more Greek words, okay? So if you remember last lesson, or if you need to go back to the last video, you can go back to it, and you can see that we talked a bit about Greek words and how they influence our English words. In today's lesson, we are going to look at more words that have Greek influence, okay? So in this lesson, most of the common words that we see in English language, those are the words we're going to be looking at, and I've put a list of some words. So these are your word cards, and I've put them up here so that you can have a look at what are some of the Greek words, and some of them are actually combined, and there are two Greek words combined to make a longer word. Okay, but before we go into any more detail, we are quickly I'm going to say some of the words, and I'm going to tell you what they mean, and they happen to be Greek. So here we go. Let us hear the word auto. So I have the word auto here. Okay, if I cover the word graph, it says autograph. If I were to cover the word auto, auto means self. Okay, auto means self. So that means autograph has something to do with self. Or if I were to say the word autobiography, that means something about self. You're going to write something about self. Now, the word auto means self. Then I have the word bio. Okay, I'm going to cover the word biology. I'm going to cover the word logy, and so you can see bio. Okay, B-I-O. Bio means life. Okay, so auto means self. Bio means life. Then we have the word graph. The word graph means write or record. So we have the word graph right here. So write or record. Okay, so if you guessed it, recording or writing about self. Autograph, writing about self. So auto means self. Graph means writing or recording. So if you say, I need your autograph, that means you're recording something or writing something about yourself. Isn't that cool? Then let's look at the word logy. Here we go. Biology. So I'm going to cover bio part, and we're only going to look at logy. That means study of. Okay, so that means study of something. Biology, so bio means life, logy means study. So that means study of life. That's right. So bio means life, logy means study of. So study of something, we already know bio means life. So that's how we know. So that's how Greek words work. Okay, we have two words here, bio and we have logy. Bio, logy. Then we have the word micro. Micro, micro, micro. Microphone, microscope, microwave. Micro, I'm sure you all know, micro means small. Okay? So micro. Now, if you think, so obviously we'd think, oh, this means small phone because it says microphone. However, the word phone actually in Greek means sound. The word phone comes from Greek, and it means sound. If micro means small and phone means sound, hearing, then that means small sound. That's right. Then we have the word microscope, right? So micro, again, small. Microwave, small waves. Then we have the word, scope means the word scope means look. Okay, so we have the word micro, small. Scope means look. So remember, microscope is something we use to look at something small, right? Something tiny. Then we have the word tele. So tele means far off. So something that is far off. Okay? So we say television. That means far off. Vision means sight or eyes, right? So tele, far off. We don't go all the way right here. We look at something from far off. So tele means far off. Then we have telephone. We already know the word phone means sound. That means far off sound. When I say I'm on the phone, I'm using my telephone, that means you're listening to a sound that's far off because someone's calling you from a distance. So the sound is coming from far off because tele means, what does tele mean? Far off, and phone means a sound. Again, telescope, scope means look, and tele means far off. So look, far off. So we're going to use the telescope to look somewhere farther, right? We use the telescope for that. So those are Greek words, and they're combined together to make two words. So we learned micro and phone. Now, some words we added E at the end to make sense of them. For example, in the word phone, the word was actually just P-H-O-N, but we added E, so we needed to add E to them to create a word. Okay? Then, do you know the word thermometer, which we use to check temperature? The word therm means T-H-E-R-M. It means heat. Okay? So we're checking heat. Now the word meter, M-E-T-E-R, it means measure. So if I say thermometer, so therm means heat and meter means measure. So I am measuring heat. Does that make sense? Isn't that so cool? I'm actually loving this lesson. Then we have, so there are other words that we have where we added the O to it. Okay? Where we added O. For example, in the word thermometer, they added O. Okay? This is called a connector O. So I'm going to write the word thermometer and you can see it. Okay, so the word is T-H-E-R-M. This means heat. And then we have meter. This means, okay, notice that there is no E when we no O. When we spell thermometer, we say thermometer. Okay, but notice there's no, we don't say, the word isn't thermo or the meter, there's no O before it. So how come we have O in the word thermometer? Well, the reason it's called a connector O, as I told you, because it is sometimes used to connect two Greek word parts. So we need to connect two Greek word parts for words like thermometer. Without it, this word would be hard to say. How would we even say it? Without it, we wouldn't even know how to say it. We would say, oh, can I please have the thermometer? That doesn't make sense, right? So therefore, we use the connector O to help us understand that we are just connecting the words therm and meter to connect and make it sound like thermometer. Does that make sense? So that's why we add either E to the word phone. We added E so that it becomes a word, or a connecting O so that we can connect two words and they would actually make sense and they would be easy to say. Okay? Okay, otherwise we wouldn't be able to say them separately and it wouldn't become